going on YouTube? So I had a real hell of a time researching this album because I couldn't really tell what album it was. Like, I know it was by KTL. I just couldn't tell because there's 4 of these. I only know one of them to be not black and white and not have this symbol on the cover, so I had a real bitch of a time figuring out if it was part 2 or 3 because it's impossible to say. Like, it doesn't really say anything. I have to actually look at the year on the back to finally figure it out because there's so little about this on the internet, let alone like track listings and stuff. Like all my usual places I go to, probably never ever heard of this. But KTL, it's a collaboration between this guy named Pita Rehberg, who owns the record label this actually was released on, Editions Mego records. When he's doing his little experimental noise, ambient, electronic stuff, it's under his artist name. His surname is Pita. And then the other half of this is one half of Sunn O, Steve O'Malley, who's the leader of Southern Lord Records. I don't know if they had a tug of war to decide who's going to release what on whose label, but it doesn't really matter. Awesome little collaboration. KTL gets its name from this play, this old play about dead kids. It's called Kindertotenlieder. That's where they get the KTL from. It's about songs of the death of children. This guy was doing this kind of like performance theater written by Denis Cooper, and it's got a dance choreographer, Gisele Vienne, so I guess it's like some sort of dance, and then they wanted Peter and Steve here to do the soundtrack to it. And what it's based on, from what I could decipher, from what I could discern, was about this Austrian thing where all the men in Austria would go in the forest and I guess drink, and I don't know if they were doing drugs in there back in the day, like it's probably in like 1905 or the 1950s, sometime back in the day. So they'd put on these elaborate demon costumes and just have a little party in the woods, and then go into town and beat up people they deemed were sinners. And I also read something about how St. Nicholas would come around people's houses on Christmas Eve with a demon posse in Austria and beat up kids that sinned, I guess. And I was like, this is totally news to me. But anyway, so yeah, that's basically what the theater performance art thing's about. And they got KTL to do all this music, so this music's found in it actually. I think it was called incidental music on one website. It was just kind of like, I don't know if incidental music means like improv music, because incidental just means like, oops, I made music, like get some speakers. But yeah, it's not like this at all. It's actually really, really good. It blends cool elements, like it has a lot of Sunn elements in it, like a lot of low-end rumbling guitar, drone, feedback, sound of like you get when you get your guitar and you put it up to your speaker and fiddle with pedals. And then Pita Rehberg basically just works out of his laptop, I guess. I guess he's got some knobs and stuff that he tweets and twiddles and stuff, and all these kinds of experiments he's doing. They complement each other really well. Makes this really kind of dark, bleak, scary, kind of industrial doom metal, industrial black metal. Very dark, very bleak. I mean, it's about the death of children, or songs about the death of children. There's some kids here, speaking of children. Children, get your hair out of your face. They're holding knives. And then there's this kind of creepy shadow posse going up the stairs here. The art reflects the music pretty well. It's all kind of dark and lifeless and colorless and stuff, but it's actually pretty interesting to listen to. It's nothing you could listen to on a daily basis or anything like that. It's a little too intense for that, but yeah, I had a hell of a time looking this CD up and just figuring out which one it was. But yeah, apparently this is the original for a play written by Denis Cooper, dance choreographer Gisele Vienne, 2006 Editions Mego records. Yeah, very scary. I just checked it out to see what else Steve O'Malley was doing outside of Sunn, I guess, because I still am really into Sunn and what's going on there. Still music that makes me wonder about a lot of things, but this is a lot more, I don't know, is it more structured than Sunn? It's got more going on than it, though. It's got a lot more sound effects than just guitar feedback and drones, that's for sure. So yeah, it's cool. They followed up. There's 4 of these out there, and I've got them all. So I just wanted to review the first one, because I already reviewed number 4 already a while ago, a couple months ago. So I just decided to do this one today, willy-nilly.